everyone, it's Lisa here, and I'm here today with Benjamin, and he's the founder from World Token. And you may have seen me tweeting about them, so I thought I would give you some more information and, answer all the questions that you're always asking me on Twitter. So let's get started. Benjamin, tell us a little bit about you.
Hi. So my name is Benjamin. The team and I are based in the Philippines, and we're a little bit new to crypto. This is our first project together, but we're not new in the e-commerce space. We've got a few contacts ready to go. And yeah, so the project's mainnet is coming in about a month. That's what we're excited about.
Yeah, no, it's really exciting. So you are such a new token, and you're just like nailing every target. So I love this project. So can you describe what World Token is and what it does for our listeners so they can understand, what it takes to make it unique in this current market?
Sure, yeah. So World has a token as a 3% tax on all transactions. The 3% is redistributed to holders, merchants, LP stakers, and the development fund. Once we have a marketplace up and running, you'll be able to spend your World tokens on digital goods and services and NFTs. The marketplace itself is mostly peer-to-peer, so it's like a crypto alternative to the Freelancer, eBay, Gumroad, Itch.io, Bandcamp, Fiverr, just to name a few. All transactions on digital goods and or services will be held under escrow just for added security for the buyer side.
Mm-hmm. So if they have any issues or, sort of not getting their product, they can get their money back essentially?
Yeah. So the buyers will have to confirm receipt and that they're satisfied with what they got before they manually release the funds to the sellers. That way, if there's an issue, the funds aren't. We're not looking for the sellers to give back any money or anything. It's held there up until the sale is finalized.
Oh, that's a really cool way of doing it, actually. So, so tell us, you've just launched the marketplace. It's the testnet v1.2. So
Yes.
in the last few days. So can you tell us a bit more about that?
Yeah, so 1.2 has all the on-chain transactions features ready for the most part, and we've upgraded the back end. Right, so it's more responsive now, and it can handle much more traffic than the previous version. The faster response time also helps our devs test and develop faster, since they don't have to wait for the lags in between actions, waiting for the website to respond, stuff like that. Because the few seconds shaved off, they add up very quickly. So we've also made a few more actions not require gas and confirmations from the network, like placing bids, accepting bids, placing, accepting orders, stuff like that.
So with placing bids and accepting bids, so essentially it is eBay for NFTs, yeah?
Yes, yeah. It's also for the let's say you have a service running, and you have to accept offers manually, because let's say not everybody can accept all of the order spending, right? Especially for custom art, stuff like that. They have like a queue, right? Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. So what other big names have joined forces with you or got on board to support World Token's visions?
Right now we have a partnership with Holder Finance. So once they launch their platform, gasless trading will be available for World tokens, and limit orders. Right, so you can buy and sell at specific orders on Dexes without paying gas. I think that's a huge thing, especially for us.
Especially with the amount of gas prices at the moment. So it's like, just crazy.
Yeah, we ours has gone from it ranges from like $100 to $300 gas, depending on the the gas prices currently.
Mm,
So we have another partnership
yeah.
with SPI. So with SPI, they've added World Tokens as an available payment currency. So if you do hold SPI tokens and you pay with World Tokens, you do get an additional 2% discount on all of the purchases there.
Oh wow, that's awesome. That's a big partnership. So yeah, really cool. So you've just featured in Cointelegraph as well. So that was an awesome article.
Mhm.
Um, have you got any other press or media lined up? Because we know when we're in the early stages of, developing a cryptocurrency and getting it out to the marketplace, we like to see lots of marketing. So, because then we become a known brand. So what's coming up for World?
For publications, we have one coming up with Yahoo Finance and CoinDesk, but I don't have yet an ETA for when they roll out. So I'll let the team put that up in the announcement channels and the usual when we announce everything. When it's already out, you'll definitely hear it from us.
Yeah, no, I follow your tweets and I watch them closely, so I'll be letting everyone know as well. I'll be retweeting that. So tell us more about you were talking about the gasless transactions and how that's going to be a thing. So that's really super exciting. So tell us a little bit more about how it's going to work.
Sure, yeah. So gasless transactions, in my opinion, is going to be one of the stars of the show for the version 2 release. Right? It'll enable transactions to run smoothly without waiting times because, especially with newbies in Ethereum network, it's not so smooth when you have to place your order and then you have to wait for a network confirmation for 3 to 4 times before you actually get your order in. So the layer 2 will take care of the calculations, balance transfers, reward transactions. All that will be handled on it. I've noticed also stuff like Rarible. There's a lot of NFTs being sold for 0.01 ETH, which is around $20, right? But the gas can cost like $70, which
Yeah, that's
doesn't make
insane.
sense.
I was looking at it the other day, and it was like I'm not big on NFTs because I always say you've got to put them on an LCD screen. But I'm sort of like I thought, well, what if I could have them just playing on my sort of laptop as I'm working? That would be really cool. And I was looking through some of them and I'm just like the gas fee on one was over $60. It was just so crazy. So I'm just like, no. So gasless fees is a really cool thing.
Yeah, gasless NFTs. I think I haven't seen other marketplaces. At least maybe they're not marketing it much either. But so as far as I've seen, we're the only ones who have it in the pipeline at the very least. And the other thing is, these smaller sales. If the success of Binance Smart Chain has taught us anything, is that the retail volume can really stack up to massive heights, right? So that'll help the volume and the rewards on the ecosystem.
Oh, amazing. Yeah, like if you can get that volume from other, drag it across from Rarible or OpenSea or whatever, and you have a winning product, you really do. So on that product, so we've seen feedback from customers and it's been so amazing. They're loving using the site. So what's some standout stuff that people are saying when they use, the testnet so far?
Well, our favorite feedback is always, when people put up an issue, we get the dev on it, right? We push out we deploy an update like a few minutes later. We ask them to refresh, and then it's all good. And we love the little things like that because they see just how fast we address their issues, so they understand that we're a team who knows what we're doing under the hood.
Yeah.
Another one I really like was there was a user saying that everything was working smoothly and as intended right before, like this was a few days before 1.2 was released. So for us, that really put us at ease that the foundations that we're building, they're getting cemented. We're getting them out of the way as we move along toward mainnet.
That's awesome. So how So you're developing by the sounds of it. And
Yeah.
yeah, so you're working on the world token. Have you got some exciting features in the V2 that you can, version 1.2 that you can share with us?
For version 1.2, it's mostly the speed, the response times, and because I know in version one, a
Mhm.
lot of a lot of people also had issues with the site was inaccessible half the time. The mobile also in the first half of that version one, the mobile wasn't optimized yet, right? So now it's faster, it's mobile optimized. Uh, there's we did have to clear out the database, but it looks like people are able to create new listings again. So looks like it's working well so far. So 1.2 should get updated fairly quicker than the difference between 1.1 and 1.2.
Yeah, see, people don't understand
Yeah.
the
Mhm.
how much work goes into doing something like this. It's just insane, like the amount of hours that go into the back end of building, like, an NFT platform or a website or anything like that. And it's like they just think they can click on it and then away it goes. And it's like, yeah, so much work. Um,
Yeah, we work on weekends actually.
yeah, I'm
Uh,
sure you guys never sleep, so it gets a bit like that with when you're doing this sort of thing.
yeah, for sure.
So you've got like this super ambitious roadmap as well, so which goes along the
Mhm.
lines of you guys never sleeping or doing anything or having a social life. So and so far you nailing everything. So is there any, where do you see yourself 6 months and then 12 months from here?
Sure. So in 6 months, I'd say we have version two at least running smoothly. P2P exchange under development.
Hmm.
So but development estimates can get messy because sometimes you hit a bug or you just hit a wall and then you're stuck on that for a few days.
Yeah.
And the other half of the time, the dev team just surprises me, hey, we're done. So rough estimate. Of course, within 6 months, we could see a P2P exchange close to completion or already running. We'll see how it goes, right?
Hmm.
In 12 months, uh, even crazier. Once the ball gets rolling, I'd be looking forward to the full experience as we envisioned, right? Smooth checkout process. Just go into the P2P exchange, you get some world tokens, you move it to the marketplace wallet, buy whatever. You don't have to deal with gas. You don't have to learn that stuff about the Ethereum network.
Yeah.
And yeah, and I'm
I
looking
think that,
forward to having a lot more merchants part of the
yeah,
marketplace.
like I
Yeah.
think the not knowing about the Ethereum network and not having to know about gas and not, just having that seamless sort of integration is going to
Yeah.
bring more like retail shoppers on there because, if you're not in the crypto industry, gas is a sort of a weird, really strange thing. And it's like,
Yeah.
why do I need to pay this extra money for this thing to move? So yeah, it's actually really cool that you're doing that.
Yeah, and the extra money you're paying for gas has not become a small thing either.
Yeah, no, it's
Yeah.
a big thing. So yeah. So to wrap this all up, because we're trying to get this out 15 minutes with World, where can our listeners find you and interact with you online?
Right. So follow us on Twitter and Instagram, both at World Token underscore, and join our Telegram groups at World Token Official, World Token ANN, and World Price Stock. We invite users to also try out the testnet on the Rinkybi network. You can head over to testnet.worldtoken.network. And could you guys put the links in the
We will.
description?
We'll
I can
put
send them
all the
over.
links
Yeah.
in the description so everyone can find you. And you've got a super responsive social media team. So, if they've got any questions, just hit them up on any of like the socials, Telegram, Twitter, all of them. And, the team is awesome. So thank you.
Right. Sorry. One thing. Sorry.
Sorry.
Before we go, I do want to give a heads up on the viewers. Right. So we have upcoming NFT drops for our loyal holders. Once we head into mainnet, we'll make that available for everybody. So everybody who's been holding for a long time, they're gonna get like a bonus thing. Everybody who's
Oh, you
waiting for a
saved that
minute, yeah.
best for last. That's awesome. No, I'm a world token holder, so that's exciting.
For sure, yeah, you'll be part of eligible holders for sure, and yeah, you'll find out about it as soon as we throw out the mechanics.
Amazing. So yeah, thank you for joining us today. And yeah, if links are in underneath, guys, and you can find World on all their socials. So Twitter, Telegram, and everything mentioned. So we'll catch you soon.